Hello. You have joined us on a podcast with Geeks Assembled. This is Audio Heads, and we are discussing today a really recent uh, audio drama, audio adventure, audio horror story from the Warhammer universe. This was called The Watcher in the Rain. And yeah, the weather report right now is for a nor'easter here in Boston, America. But over in Hull, UK, how is it? And would you please open with your thoughts on The Watcher in the Rain, please?
Okay. Well, because I picked this last week, I didn't know it was a Warhammer saga. 'Cause I don't know the first thing about Warhammer. I'll pull the hands up there. Um, but it's a standalone horror story, sci-fi horror story set in the Warhammer multiverse, whatever you want to call it. So you can listen to this on its own. It's not connected to
You don't
anything.
have to have anything ahead of it or behind it.
No, no, these are all standalone audios. Um, yeah, it's what was it? Just over an hour long, which was a nice time to sit down and listen to it. The soundscapes are amazing. It's a small cast, and it's you're on a world where they're being battered by a warp storm. That they're evacuating all the people from the city. Getting off the planet. Apart from two characters, um, it's Stefan Crucius and Greta, who get left behind, and they've got to work together to get off the planet. Stefan is a interrogator and he's hunting Greta. So you can see where this is going, can't you? And she's a data drone, um, with a bit of a secret, but we found that secret out later on. Um, yeah, it's quite an interesting story. There is I was going to say there is a twist at the end, but I think that there's two twists at the end, um, which we'll go into a little bit later. I think. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was something different. As I say, we're always either doing Big Finish or BBC or Bafflegab. This one isn't, so it was something different to listen to. I enjoyed it. What about you, Susan?
Well, yeah. Again, like you, I've never like played the games of Warhammer. I know a lot of folks that do play those games and have the figurines and have the
Mm.
the sort of characters and stuff like that, and they enjoy the MMORP or RP or whatever it's called. And this one, uh, the guy was played by Matthew Hunt, and the woman was played by Devia Mir, and the beginning had a little humor in it, but it was more humor to sort of make you think that you just weren't going to be horrified by it, but it legit was horror. So
Mm.
this totally fits with our Halloween spooky time bit. This your selection had super creepy, like internal voice, and a manifest presence. Hell is crazy how that that figure, as Doctor Who fans, we all remember the White Watcher who was trailing the Fifth Doctor around, but how benevolent that one was. This one is just not benevolent. It's horrible. It's like and the storm being so incredibly dangerous. That there is those very different forms of conflict in the story. There's man versus man versus nature. This is both man versus nature and man versus monsters, because as well as man versus man, because like the two the two story leads were against each other. The other actors were Melvin Rollinson, Richard Reed, Toby Longworth, and Andrew Wilcott, and they were all sort of played by these amazing British actors and stuff, and so that was quite nice. And then the other part of this was that the antagonist was really it, it was really Greta. You find out that it's Greta, and she is, I mean, what she's done out of vindictiveness, out of spite, out of just vainglory, or just horrible cruelty, is cruel.
Yeah.
And
I
she
didn't,
ends up being
I didn't see that coming at all.
right, and she ends up being the one who is more deadly, more dangerous than anybody else, even the storm. Even the storm. The storm is going to take out the people who are left behind, but this chick, she had fucking word. She had totally. She'd ended up with like the hundreds of thousands of people's blood on her hands. I mean, you just get the sense that this lady was, she was the Warhammer. I don't know if that means anything. Anyway, yeah. So it's sort of like an insane asylum. There's that part of the stories which is horrible, and other things like that. So I really enjoyed that. Good selection.
Yeah.
Anything that stands out to you?
Well, as you say, you've mentioned that the Watcher, like they keep spotting this figure stalking them, but then it sort of manifests into their own inner demons and guilt and the presence, and it plays on the things what have gone before in their life. It's especially Crucius, but and it's your inner demons. This is what the Watcher really is. And then, as you say, for them to be working together to survive the Watcher and the storm, where because Crucius is hunting Greta because he believes she's guilty, and then all of a sudden near the end, where he's literally on his dying.
She shoots him.
Yep.
To stop him from going crazy.
Yeah. He records a message for the other adjudicators or whatever they're called to say that he believes she is innocent. All the charges should be dropped. He's recorded. That's his evidence. He's done that as a favour to her, and then she drops the bomb that she did it all. She didn't care. She didn't care about anything. She admitted to him on his deathbed, sort of thing. Thanks for the recording of saying I'm innocent. I'll use that sort of thing. And then of course he dies. She needs, so the ship they're in needs rescuing. Of course, there is a rescue ship there. This rescue ship, this is the other twist. This other rescue ship is they've got a starving crew.
Mm-hmm.
They need something to eat, and that's where it's left.
And the one of the things that they had at the beginning was the fact that due to the tragedy of what happened because of what he accused her of, that colony became cannibalistic and ate each other.
Yeah.
And at the end, the ship, they are probably due to what she did again.
Yeah.
I think it's what she had to do was had to do with food or something. Anyway, she and he were sort of going to board this other ship to continue on out of the solar system and get to just another planet, and
it ain't gonna happen.
And I think that they were hungry enough to eat her, and that's why I thought that this was all zombies at first, but it was different.
It's more of it's not horror as in grotesque, gory, vampiristic stuff. It's horror of the mind.
Right, exactly.
Horror of the mind, the paranoia, the guilt. Yeah.
Like
and
a
it works so
like that the telltale heart or whatever.
Yeah, and it works so well, and it the story's acted so well, just a small cast, but it does draw you in.
Oh, so much.
With the sound effects, and you get the imagery. As I say, I know I've hold up my hand. I don't know anything about Warhammer. I've never played the game or anything like that. But if these like a standalone audio dramas, and this is the first one I've listened to, it's amazing. To say just over an hour long, and they fitted so much in. And to sort of leave that at the end of the story is about you're going to be the first course, I think. Yeah, you've got your comeuppance, Mrs. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't know what I expected from this audio. It was just a random pick.
Yeah, and I liked the when they're in that chamber and the windows are that super like superplex or whatever they called it, and he starts hitting it with his gun and then he shoots it, and you hear a ricochet, but you hear it starts cracking, and then the water comes in. I thought that was so interesting. I mean, that was so amazing. And then, yeah, Crucius was, I mean, what a cool name for someone like him. Anyway, Crucius had tortured his mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was just, you know,
He was only doing his job.
only doing his job. Oh my God.
I mean, to be honest, to say, not knowing Warhammer, I didn't know what to picture in my mind when listening to this.
Neither did I, but you can create characters that are pretty.
I did do. I pictured Crucius in like sort of big body armor. You know, like you see in these movies. You know, so you get that sort of picture.
Yeah,
Yeah, great acting. Can't
yeah,
fault it. Say the soundscape was amazing, as you say, with the rain, the water, everything. It, uh, I enjoyed it.
yeah. And the ending was
Put a smile on my face. It did.
yeah, like the beginning had a little comedy when that robot
Mhm.
was explaining all of the different like sizes and like and the placement and the food and just like everything that needed counting. That droid, that robot was counting, and then the Crucius and his partner get tired of hearing that and just push him off the side of the.
And it was still counting as it was going down.
Yes, I thought that
200, 200 feet till collision. Uh,
was so funny.
to,
I mean, dark humor, but
yeah,
fun,
I mean,
gallows humor.
also as well, the ending of this reminds me. I mean, I don't know if you mostly did see it. Do you remember the old TV series Tales of the Unexpected from the UK,
Uh-huh,
where there was different stories each week, and there was always a twist at the end?
uh-huh,
The ending of this just reminded me of the Tales of the Unexpected. Oh, yeah, ooh, yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, I recommend it. If anybody finds this audio, I recommend it.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know anything about the administratum or any of the story arcs, but yeah, I think that we can. Uh, I mean, I guess that there must have been some like just amazing that the rest of this story must be on some level for science fiction really amazing.
Yeah.
So, anything else before we move
No,
on to five store?
I think it was a lovely little find to review
I agree.
because it's. I never knew Warhammer had audios or so something new. So,
Yeah,
so, so I'll give you my score, shall I? Ooh. Oh, well, it was a nice little surprise to listen to this. Um, so I'm going to give this 10, 10. Uh, 4 course meals out of 10. Listen to the end of the audio, you will know what we're on about.
and wasn't the food all spoiled except for like the other shipmates? This audio, it really was incredible.
Yeah.
Um, and I did think it was about zombies at first, but then I realized that it wasn't. So I have been thinking that a lot of these things are about zombies. So I will give this about 9 um 9 falling robots out of 10. I enjoyed this. It was a good listen. It was a good find. I was
Yeah.
surprised, and it was a good twist at the end. Holy moly! I did not see that coming. I did not. You get, and I thought it would all be about the Watcher in the Rain. And the weather report right now for the city of Boston is that we have a huge storm coming, and
Oh,
it's
lovely.
ramping up right now. It's called a nor'easter, and it's basically uh, straight line winds up to 50 miles an hour coming out of the northeast. So it's just going to be intense for a couple of days, 3 days, and we shall see if we flood. Oh my God. And if we flood and I start hearing voices, I will know that perhaps I am guilty of something horrible.
Yes, yeah.
Watcher in the Rain. Oh my gosh. Anyway, thanks for watching our podcast again. YouTube with watchers, we're really glad we want you to watch us because you can be our watchers in the rain. You can be our watchers. And if you'd like to join us to listen to Watchers in the Rain, you should talk to Lee and get him your details. And all you got to do is have a camera, phone, microphone, and Zoom, and be available at 9 p.m. UK time on a Sunday. And then also, if you would please hit the bell notification after you've subscribed to our channel. That would actually help us communicate with you like a ship taking off that is in desperate need of rescuing. And yeah, and then the other thing is please share and like and leave us a comment below.
Yeah.
You play Warhammer. If you know where these things fit, share your wisdom. Happy to have you do that. I couldn't find any YouTube videos about this or about where it fit in the scheme of things. And yeah, so do share and do comment below. And again, thanks for being our watchers in the rain. Bye for now.